Hello, it's Angie, one of the literacy specialists at GREC, Green River Regional Educational Cooperative, and today we're going to look at the Lexile Analyzer. And typically when I have used Lexile Analyzer in the past, you can go straight to this website. It's free. The Lexile Analyzer lets you log in, and there's an account with a 1,000-word limit. There's a Spanish Lexile Analyzer. So what you would do is sign in to the Lexile Analyzer. And what I used to use it for was to look up the Lexile level of some text that I was considering giving to my students. So say, for example, To Kill a Mockingbird, you can see there's a Lexile level of 870. So for those of you who aren't sure about Lexile, that is really sentence structure and word order and word length. So the complexity of the text is a quantitative measure would be considered a Lexile level. And so this Lexile level, although we typically would read To Kill a Mockingbird in high school, the Lexile level puts it in as a middle school text. So because of the recent push in text complexity the last few years, we've really been trying to ratchet up our text complexity and put those in front of the students. We've been using the Lexile Analyzer often to determine if the texts that we were assigning are complex enough. But I found a really neat way to use the Lexile Analyzer that I wanted to share with you that I thought was pretty interesting. It's sort of a reverse of the process that I had been using before. So I'm going to show you what a school that I'm working with has thought they might try, and I thought it was a great idea, so I wanted to share it. So let's say you have a student who is writing a piece, and you might ask that student to copy and paste that piece or type it directly into the Lexile Analyzer. And then you could paste it in there, and you're going to push Analyze. So it's a pretty short sentence. You can see there's actually 3 or 4 choppy simple sentences with not very extreme vocabulary. When it gives you the Lexile level, it says 0 to 100. It also gives you the sentence length, the word frequency, and a word count. So one of the things that one of the schools I'm working with has decided to do is to have their kids type directly in here or copy and paste the draft of whatever they're writing. So this is an elementary school, so this is typical of what you might see for a first idea for a draft for kids. And then have them work with the Lexile Analyzer and tweak their writing a bit to see if they could come up with something a little bit better or higher in this Lexile measure. So again, that simple set of simple sentences that we just looked at had a 0 to 100 Lexile. Let's say the student beefs it up a little bit. So you can see that we've added some detail, and we've added a complex sentence. So we're going to click Analyze again after we've revised it, and look, the Lexile measure goes up to 300 to 400 Lexile, which is a nice boost. But let's say that we're really going to ask the students to go up to, say, I don't know, 600. You could set it how you want. It could even depend on growth. It could be where, they just start at whatever level they start at. You're asking them for a percentage of growth, or you could go for a specific number. So I have added lots of detail to our simple sentences from the beginning. And the complexity of sentence, some vocabulary that I think might be nice. So I'm going to try that again and see what happens if I analyze that larger sentence. So I'll paste that in. I'm going to go, so we had a 300 to 400 level Lexile. Let's go down to Analyze and see what happens then. Okay, so now it's in the, over the 1,000, which is kind of a goal, I think. The word count obviously is bigger, so not necessarily if it's longer is it going to be a higher Lexile level, but I think one of the benefits of using this strategy is that students understand that the complexity of the sentences and the stronger the vocabulary, the higher that Lexile level is going to be, therefore the higher their score for their writing is going to be. So I thought it was a pretty neat idea that I wanted to share with you. If you decide to use this at your school, I would love to hear about how you're using Lexile Analyzer. If you could share that with me, it's my email is angie.gunter@grec.org. Again, I'm a literacy specialist for Green River Regional Educational Cooperative, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you all. Thanks. See you next time.